Kutchins, Adler, the Buttery babe, bringing a taste of fall right into your house. Today we're going to make a super quick and easy butternut squash and sesame soup. It's going to be so good. And I have a secret. I don't like cutting up butternut squash. I do like going to Costco and getting it already done. So, in our pot, we have 1.5 pounds of cut up butternut squash, which is how much comes in a Costco container. You can also go to Trader Joe's and buy 2 of their little baggies of butternut squash. You can cut up your own if you want, but why bother? If you want to make this even quicker, you can use 1 can of pumpkin puree, but I like the flavor of the butternut squash better. This soup, shocking for the Buttery babe, has no butter in it because it's quick and easy. So in our pot is, as I said, 1.5 pounds of cut up butternut squash. Also going in the pot, 1 onion, rough chop, because we're gonna puree the soup. Then it gets a tablespoon of garlic, that's about 3 cloves chopped up. In we go. A bay leaf, because it makes everything delicious. There's about a tablespoon of honey in my cute little spatula. Get it all in the pot. Yum, yum, yum. And then it gets a quart of veggie broth. You don't have veggie broth, you have chicken broth, use that. You have beef broth, be a little weird, but hey, I'm not tasting your food. Only you are, so make it how you like it. I like veggie broth. And then it's also going to get some tahini. If you don't know tahini, this is tahini. It is a paste of sesame seeds, and they're toasted and then they're ground up. So think of peanut butter but made out of sesame. The funky thing about tahini is because it's like a natural oil, it's a natural product. So you see how the oil separates out from the paste. It's kind of gross, but delicious. So before you start using it, take your spoon, which hopefully fits in there, it does, and give it a little mixy so that the contents are more unified. If you shake it, it won't do it. You gotta like get in there. Also, don't put your tahini in the refrigerator. It gets solid and special, and you won't be able to get any out. So take a big glob of your tahini and put it in your soup. Get a little more in there. It's going to give it a little nuttiness. And then we're also going to make a yummy garnish with the tahini. So as long as we're in here and have our spoon dirty, we're going to get another big glob of it and put it in the mixing bowl. And then we're going to turn off our tea kettle because we're not making tea right now, but we will use that hot water. So in here already was the butternut squash, the onion, honey, garlic, bay leaf, and tahini, and now we're going to finish seasoning it up. So it's going to get some salt, a little to start because I don't know how salty your vegetable broth is. Mine is low salt, so I can put in a little more. If you want to wait till the end, that's fine. And then of course, we need our fresh cracked black pepper because it makes everything delicious. This is going to go on the stove. I'm going to bring it up to a boil, lower it, let it simmer for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to zhuzh it up and make it nice and smooth. While it's cooking, we're going to make the garnish. So you can stay right there. I'm going to turn around, put the pot on the burner, turn the burner on. Now we're going to make one of the garnishes, the tahini garnish. So you just heard me turn off my tea kettle because we're going to mix this up with a little bit of hot water to make it smooth. So the tahini, we're going to season it with salt and black pepper. So this, what we took out of the jar is tahini paste. When you go to like the Mediterranean restaurant or the Greek restaurant, you have a tahini sauce. It starts with the paste. So usually we would blend it with water, a little bit of olive oil, and some lemon juice, maybe some parsley to make it really exciting. But we're using it as a garnish, so we don't want the tahini sauce for the garnish to be tastier than our soup. Our soup is already delicious. So this is just going to be a nice, different color contrast in the bowl and a different texture. So we've got our tahini paste and the salt and the pepper. We're just going to put in a little bit of hot water and mixy, 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 mixy to make it more of a sauce consistency. It's kind of soothing. It's like making ganache. It's mesmerizing. You can kind of make this whatever thickness you like. If you like it thicker, put in less water. This is a little bit too thick for me because it won't drizzle in my soup nice. So I'm just going to add a touch more hot water. And again, slowly stir it in because it's basically you're mixing oil and water. They don't want to be friends. But I want them to be friends. And my food likes to do what I like. So, we're just going to continue mixing that for a sec. And now it's nice and smooth. And needs a couple more mixes. So, see how it's saucy. Nice and saucy, and then it'll be a beautiful drizzle on our soup. Our soup's going to cook for 20 minutes. Our soup's going to cook for 20 minutes on the stovetop, and we'll see you then. Hey, it's Emily Kutchins Adler, the Buttery Babe. It's been about 20 minutes. Our butternut squash soup is done simmering, so I'm going to bring it on over and we'll finish up the dish. First step, turn off the burner. So, soup, isn't it beautiful? You can tell it's done because when you take your spoon, can you see that? Squish, nice and smooth. The most important step right now is to find the bay leaf and remove it from the soup because it won't puree, but it'll splinter and someone could choke. I have heard in other cultures it's good luck if you get the bay leaf. I don't know. Maybe. I always get the bay leaf when my mom cooks. At least I know she cares and seasons my food. Yay! We're gonna use our immersion blender to puree the soup. If you don't have an immersion blender, you could use a regular blender. You could use a potato masher. It'll be chunky, but it'll still be like creamy and flavorful and seasoned. You probably want to let this sit for about half an hour before you puree it, but I like to live a life of danger. So here we go. We're going to start on low and then bring it up. And because it's chunky to start with, we're going to kind of place it and go down so it'll break up the chunks. And now I'm just going to tilt the pot a little bit. And you'll see that keeps everything flowing nicely. If you don't want it all the way pureed, just puree half of it. I like to keep a couple chunks. And remember, this is just the butternut squash, onions, a little sesame, and the veggie stock, and some seasoning, so it's vegan. It's gluten-free. It took you like no time at all to make. Now we're nice and smooth. We're going to take that out and put it down. And then we're just going to grab our ladle and we're going to plate it. So if you remember, we made that beautiful tahini sauce with just the tahini paste, a little bit of hot water, salt and pepper. And if you were following through some of my other episodes, we made a savory granola, and that was oats, quinoa, puffed millet, sesame, and pumpkin seeds. So we're gonna use both of those to garnish. Don't feel like making either of those things? Put on some chopped parsley and call it a day. Or even just a splash of a little heavy cream if you want, or just some toasted sesame seed oil. Just make it pretty, make it delicious. Your friends and family will be happy that you've made a home-cooked meal for them. The other important thing to do before we season, serve up is just take a little and taste it and make sure it's seasoned how we like. So remember how I said I didn't know how much salt would be in the broth? and I was using a low sodium veggie broth. It does need a little touch more salt. So we're just gonna mix that in nicely. And then we're going to take a nice ladle full. And we'll drizzle a little of the tahini sauce. And then a pretty spoonful of our granola. So that will give you a creaminess from the tahini, a nice little crunch from the granola, and you've got some nice fiber in there and also protein from the quinoa and the oats. Isn't it pretty? I'm Emily Kutchins Adler, the Buttery Babe, making my butternut squash and sesame soup. Please follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and of course my website, www.butterybabe.com. Thanks!